as you can see, it's raining, so I'm going to make this really quick. We are going to be making some clock faces today and also some digit cards. So we are converting between analog and digital and analog. We're going to look at AM, PM, the difference. So if you're not sure how to tell the time, or your child isn't sure how to tell the time, then this video will be perfect. And of course, I'll show you how to make one of these at the end.
Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to tell the time on this clock that I've made here. We're going to be looking between digital and analog. It's really important that you notice, and I will mention this later, the colours that I've used. So I have got some digits in light blue, and so just digits 0 to 9, some of them are repeated. And also I have some digits in the lilac for the minutes. Okay, so we're going to have a look at converting between digital and analog and the difference between AM and PM on a clock. So I've got my lilac for the minute hand and my blue for the hour. So at the minute it says 3 o'clock. If I just zoom in so I can show you clearer. Okay, so at the minute my clock is on 3 o'clock because the hour is on 3. So as long as that minute hand is on the 12, that means it would be o'clock. So at this minute, it is showing 3 o'clock. Okay, if I move that, now we're on 4 o'clock. And then if I keep moving it round, the hour hand round, it's getting a bit stuck. It's now showing 8 o'clock. Okay, so if we have a look at 4 o'clock, we're going to have a look at writing this in 2 different ways. So we can have 4 a.m. when we are fast asleep at night, or 4 p.m, which would be about maybe half an hour after we come back from school. So right now I'm showing you the digital way. So if you were looking at a clock and it was 4 a.m, 4 in the morning, it would say 0400. So that shows 4 a.m. If it was 4 p.m, it would be slightly different. So right now 0400 is 4 a.m. Now, if it was p.m, we're just adding after 12, we count on. So as you can see, we're going round. You'd just be adding, if it was 8 p.m, it would be 8 add 12, 10 add 12, 11 add 12. So for example, if it was 2 p.m, it will be 12 add 2. But for 4 p.m, it's 12 add 4. So 12 add 4 would be 16. So if it was 4 p.m, so after about half an hour after school, it would read 1600 or 1600 as some people say. So that, remember, there's 2 ways of writing 4. Okay, let's have a look at another one. What do you think 1800 would be? What time would 1800? So it's definitely a PM time. So after 12 count 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We can stop there. And that means 1800 would be 6 o'clock. Or another way to check is 12 add 6 is equal to 18. And that's how we can check. So 1800 or 1800 would be 6 p.m. Okay, how about 1700? See if you can figure this one out. What time would 1700 be? Of course, it would be 5 o'clock. 12 add 5 is equal to 17. So 1700 would be 5 p.m. Okay, let's have a look at a different time now. So I'm going to move the minute hand round, so it's on the 1, and the hour hand is just after the 5. So we would look at the minute hand and we would say 5 minutes past 5. So the time is shown 5 minutes past 5. Remember, the hour is in blue and the lilac is the minutes. So 5 minutes have gone after it was 5 o'clock. So we'd write that as 0505. Now, remember, that would be AM. If it was PM, we wouldn't write 5 for the hour. The hour would change to 1705. So 1705, we still say 5 minutes past 5. We can just check it's 17 after we count on from 12. So 1705 would be 5 minutes past 5, but in the afternoon, PM. Okay, I'm now going to move the clock hand so it shows a different time. So the minute hand is on the 3, and so we're going to be changing this, and the hour hand is on the 5. So if we look at the minute hand, it does say 15 minutes past, but we wouldn't say 15 minutes past, we would say quarter past. So that would be 5:15. So the only thing that's changing in the minutes, so the lilac colour, because that's the hand we've moved. We didn't move the blue hand, so that's going to stay the same as 17 if this was PM. And because even though we say 15:15, we can see the minutes there, it says 15. So 17:15 would read 5:15 in the afternoon. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about the colours that I've used. So you can see I've used some numbers in pink, some in purple, some in blue. These are not random. These are meant to help you with telling the time. So as you can see, the time first of all shows 5 o'clock. Now, the one I've got in blue, because we would say 5 minutes past or 5 minutes to. So it's a quick, easy way to remember. When it's on 2, we say 10 minutes past, or when it's on the 10, we say 10 minutes to. Then if I move the minute hand to the 3, we'd say 15:15. And on the 9, we would say 15:45. Hopefully you get the hang of it. And if it was on the 4, we would say 20 past. And on the 8, 22. Then if I move the minute hand again onto the 5, we would say 25 minutes past. And then on the 7, you can guess 25 minutes to. And then the pink would be o'clock and past. So make sure when you are making your own clock, you do notice these colours, and it is just a way to help you to tell the time. Okay, so I'm going to move those hands round and I'm going to set it on a different time now. So I've now got 10 minutes past 4. So have a think, 10 minutes past 4, and this one would read 10 to 4. So 10 minutes past 4, and now I've got 10 to 4. Okay, let's have a look at another one. You guess the time? 20 minutes past 7. And then, might guess what I'm going to set it on. 20 minutes to. Okay, so I've set it back to 20 minutes past 8. So having a look at 20 minutes past 8. So 8 o'clock happened 20 minutes ago. So because 8 o'clock's already happened, so for my hour, I'm able to put the 8:20. So remember, my hour comes first in blue and then my minutes in the purple. So assuming this is 8:20 a.m. So have a think about what you might be doing at 8:20 in the morning, probably at school or on your way to school. So that would read as 8:20, and remember that shows the morning. So 20 past 8 is the same as saying 8:20. Okay, so if I move these out of the way, so I want you to have a think about maybe what you'd be doing at 20 past 8 p.m. this time. So how would you write 8:20 p.m? Have a go. So remember, 24-hour clock, keep counting on from 12 until you get to 8. So 8:20 p.m, have a think what that would be. Okay, so well done if you said 2020. That is correct, because remember 12 add 8 is equal to 20. Okay, let's have a practice of another time. So here, have a look at where the minute and the hour hands are on. So that says 10 minutes past 4. So AM, that would be 4:10 a.m. So 10 minutes past 4, we always start with the hour, and then we go on to the lilac digits for 10 minutes past and the minutes. You can see on the side. So 4:10 would be 10 minutes past 4. So, of course, that's AM. Have a think, what would we change, or what would change if it was 10 past 4 p.m? So 12 add 4 is equal to 16. We count on from 12. So 16:10, well done if you said that, would be 10 minutes past 4 in the afternoon p.m. So 16:10 would be 10 past 4 in the afternoon p.m. So well done if you got that right. Okay, here's another one to practice. So we can see the minute says 25 minutes past 9. So 25 minutes past 9, so we always start with the lilac. So that would read in the morning, of course, as 9:25. So we've got the hour there, 9:25. Remember, 9 o'clock's already happened, so we start with that, and 25 minutes. So we would have that in the lilac, 9:25. Okay, so if it was 25 past 9 in the afternoon, so late at night, maybe just before your bedtime or when you go to bed, how would that read? 9:25, but in the afternoon. So remember, we count on from 12 until we get to 9, or we say 12 add 9 is equal to... So write it down somewhere and see if you get it right. Of course, it's 21. So 9 p.m. would read as 21. So 25 minutes past 9, we count on till we get to 9, we get to 21. So 21:25 is 25 minutes past 9. Okay, let's have a look at another one. This time, if you have a look at the minutes, this one's a bit different. So if you have a look at the minutes on the side, this one's actually on 21 minutes past 1. So this reads as 21 minutes past 1. We want to be accurate. So 21 minutes past 1, how would we write that? So again, have another go, and I want to see what you might have if it was AM. So we start with the hour and then the minutes in purple. So remember, the hands of the clock and the digit cards match up, so it's easier for you. And I do the same at the end when you make your own clock. So we've got 21 minutes past 1 in the morning, of course, when you're fast asleep. And then again, I'm going to ask you the same question. What would that look like if it was PM or in the afternoon? So 1:21 in the afternoon, we just do 12 add 1 is equal to 13. So 13:21 is 21 minutes past 1 in the afternoon, or 1:21 p.m. Okay, we're going to practice some more different ones. So we've got the minute hand is actually on the 9. So when we're looking at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, this is the to side rather than the past side. So we're going to need to look at the hour. The hour is between the 5 and the 6. So it's important to remember 6 o'clock has not happened. So we would read that as 5:45. But in 15 minutes, it will be 6 o'clock. But because 6 o'clock hasn't happened, when we do this on a digital clock, we would write that as 5:45, or 45 minutes past 5 o'clock, because 6 o'clock hasn't happened. And as you can see on the minute, it says 45 in green there. So 5:45, we would write as 5:45. We wouldn't write 6:45 because that would suggest that 45 minutes ago it was 6 o'clock. So 5:45 reads as 5:45. And of course that would be AM. So it's important to remember where the hands are. If the minute hand is between the 6 and the 12, so 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, then we would say 5:45. And the hour hand's between the 5 and the 6, and because 6 o'clock hasn't happened, we would write 5:45. Okay, again, have another go. What would that be if it was 5:45 in the afternoon? So well done. Instead of 5, so 5 p.m, we would write as 17, because we just do 12 add 5 is equal to 17. So 5:45 or 5:45 would be 17:45 in the afternoon. So we can see the minutes there, as it says. Okay, let's have a look at another one. So I'll move those hands over. Oh, one of my hands is ripped. Okay, so see if you can read what it says. So the hour hand is between the 2 and the 3. 3 o'clock hasn't happened yet. And the minute hand is on the 10. And it's on the 2 side. So 10 minutes to 3 o'clock. So 10 minutes to 3 o'clock. It literally tells you in 10 minutes, it will be 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock hasn't happened yet. So in 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes to 3. In 10 minutes time, it will be 3 o'clock. So have a think about how you might put that as digital. So remember, that would be 3 o'clock, but before 3 o'clock happens by 10 minutes, it's 10 to 3. So have a think about how you would write that. So for AM, so 10 minutes to 3 in the morning when you're fast asleep, we would write that as 2:50. Now remember, we wouldn't write 3:50 because 3 o'clock hasn't happened yet. So if it hasn't happened, we'd say 50 minutes past 2. So 2:50, and of course that's AM. So what about if it was 10 to 3 p.m? So in the afternoon, on a Monday to Friday, if you're at school, that would be close to home time, basically 10 to 3. So of course, you would write that instead of the 2, it would be 14, because 12 add 2 is equal to 14. So that would be 14:50 p.m, which would be 10 to 3 or 2:50. Okay, well done if you got those right. Let's try one more. Okay, the minute hand is on the 8, and the hour hand is between the 4 and the 5. So remember, the purple, that would be 20 past, and that will be 22. So that tells us that the minute hand, the one when we move it around, it's on the 2 side. So that will be 5 o'clock, as I'm showing you here. But 5 o'clock hasn't happened yet. It's in 20 minutes time, it will be 5 o'clock. So that shows us 20 minutes to 5. So in 20 minutes time, it will be 5 o'clock. So you can see there it's 20 to 5. Remember, that's 20 past, and then on the other side it's 22. So if it was AM, remember 4 o'clock has happened, 5 o'clock hasn't, it would be 4:40, because you can see on the minutes it says 40 right there. So 4:40 is another way of saying it would be 40 minutes past 4, or 20 to 5. Okay, have a go again at what it would be if it was PM. So instead of 4:40, that would be AM. What would it be PM? So what digits would I swap that for? So instead of 4, 12 add 4 is equal to 16. Well done if you got that right. So we could say 20 to 4 was also 16:40. And that would be PM, of course, because if we count on after 12, we get to 16 when we reach 4. Okay, I am now going to show you how to make your own DIY clock so you can have a go. I would really recommend colour coordinating and making sure the minutes are in one colour and the hours in another colour. It will make it a lot easier. So here I'm measuring 30 degrees around the circle.